Hello students, welcome back to the maths class. Today we will start chapter 7, that is geometry, congruence of triangle. Before moving ahead with the chapter, let us understand the meaning of congruence. The objects having same shape and size are congruent. For example children, now first let us understand. When we superpose, when we place one object over the another, and they fit into each other exactly when they fit over one another, we call them as congruent shapes or objects. For example, two coins of same denomination, two biscuits in a same packet. That means when you see, you just see them identical with everything, outline, borders, everything matches one another. That means we can call such the objects as congruent objects. You can see here, when they are fitting one over another, they are congruent shapes here. Now here, these two also are congruent shapes. Now this is children the symbol of congruence. Okay, this is the symbol of congruence. Now, certain things related the plane figures, that is two-dimensional shape, how do they are congruent. In case of 2D shapes, the two shapes will be congruent if they have same shape and size. You cannot bend them, stretch them or twist the image to make it equal. They should be exactly identical. Now, congruence of line segment. Two line segments are congruent if they have equal length, and if two line segments have equal length, then they must be congruent, one and the same, vice versa. Okay, that means two lines are congruent if they have same length. That means the measurement of the line segment is same. Suppose AB is 5, then EF will also be 5. Then only we can tell them as congruent. Now, congruence of angles. Two angles of the same measurement are congruent, and if two angles are congruent, then their measurement must be same. That means if the two angles have the same measurement, then we can call them as congruent. You can see here angle R 155 degree and angle Q is also 155. That means both these angles are congruent. Therefore, we can write here angle R congruent to angle Q. Now, congruence of triangle. If we superpose one triangle over the other triangle and they cover each other properly, then they are congruent triangles. Children, you can see the figure here, ABC and DEF here, two triangles are here. You can see when I will place one over the another, all the sides, all the angles and all the vertices will match one another. That means I can say that the two triangles are congruent to each other. Now, in case of congruent triangles, what do we have? Certain rules for that. All the sides of one triangle must be equal to the corresponding side of another triangle. Similarly, all the angles of one triangle must be equal to the corresponding angles of the another triangle. Then, all the vertices of one triangle must be corresponding to the vertices of the another triangle. That means sides, angles and vertices, all three should be congruent to one another. As I told you, ABC and DEF the triangle here. So, if these two triangles are congruent, that means the corresponding angle, vertices and the sides too are congruent. So, let us understand first here. First, corresponding vertices. Angle A congruent to angle F. Children, this is the symbol of correspondence here. Then angle B corresponding to angle D, B and D. Then angle C corresponding to angle E. Similarly, corresponding angles also, that is angle A corresponding to angle F, angle B corresponding to angle D, angle C corresponding to angle E here. Similarly, the corresponding sides, that is AB corresponding to FD, BC corresponding to DE and AC corresponding to FE. Children, you can see the different marks. From there also you can identify the corresponding congruent sides here. Now, children, the congruence of triangles, we have certain criteria that on what basis the particular triangle they are congruent to one another. So, let us learn about the criteria. The triangles may be congruent on the criteria of SSS. That means the three sides of two triangles are congruent to one another. That means they are same. That is S, that is side, side and side. This criteria says that two triangles will be congruent if their corresponding sides are equal. That means AB and DE, BC and EF, AC and DF are the three sides which are equal to one another. Hence, triangle ABC is congruent to triangle DEF over here. Then the second criteria we have here is SAS, that is side, angle and side. Here children, one thing to understand and remember very well, that the angle here should be the included angle of the two sides. You cannot take any other angle, that is opposite angle also. For example, you can see here, suppose these are the two sides I have taken here, the side AB and DE, that is AB and DE. Then another side I have taken is BC and EF, that means this side and this side. Now understand the included angle. These two sides here, the included angle is B only. So always go with the included angle only. So side, angle, side. Similarly, if you are taking BA and AC, suppose you are taking this two side, then this particular angle will be the included angle. So just take care about this point. Then the next criteria we have here is ASA criteria, that is angle, side and angle. So here also the same concept, the side is between the two angles. So the side will be the including side of the two angles on the same side here. This criteria says that the two triangles are congruent if the two adjacent angles and one included side of one triangle is equal to the corresponding angle and one included side of another triangle. For example, here children, it is given to you, you can see in the figure. Suppose angle B and angle C we have taken, then the included side will be BC. So the adjacent angles and the included side here. And the next criteria we have RHS criteria, that is here RHS not right hand side children, okay. It is right angle, hypotenuse and this side. This criteria says that two right angle triangles will be congruent if the hypotenuse and one side of one triangle are equal to the corresponding hypotenuse and one side of another triangle. So here the condition we should have here is, in right angle triangle, hypotenuse and one of the side should be equal. Then the particular triangles are congruent by RHS criterion here. So these are basically the 4 criteria that you need to understand and learn these criteria very well, and I will see you in the next video. Bye bye.